Patterson and Rothwell are embarking on a 3-day Kaizen event as part of their Lean Management Thinking program. A cross-functional team has been assembled to work with Brian Butler and Jill Gunson of CQM. They will focus activity on Cell 5. As Cell 5 leader, Neil is anxious about what he's let himself in for. After all, any improvements will need to be managed by him. Gary from the packing area explains how space constraints affect his role. Lee, who is responsible for maintenance, is getting some understanding of the bonded stores.
We want to save time on looking through all the bonded store samples.
What you do is on this schedule is that you...
Brian from CQM takes the team through a stock movement simulation. It is evident that stock movement will be key to the success of the team. As the team assemble production units, the customer schedule falls behind and the process becomes cluttered with work in progress.
You're overdue with the customer. So you push
Yellow.
Bad part.
Could this be replicated on the plant?
Did we pass on poor quality?
Yes.
Who passed on poor quality?
Everybody.
You know, sorted out all this.
The team are challenged to set up their own Kanbans within the constraints of the business.
Right. Can you replace it as quick as what you build it? And if you can, you reduce that Kanban down to its minimum level. Because you're pulling it through.
Not yet.
So what that will do is say, well, there's no point in me pulling any more through it.
Having conducted a site survey following the simulation exercise, the team bring their ideas to the table in a brainstorming session. Jill has set a target of a minimum 67 ideas.
The key is waste elimination, because in order to hit your targets, you've got to eliminate waste.
Taking more control over it.
Work.
Process information.
Lack of
There's no
process.
targets for the carousels, etc.
Lack of process.
In so many of them that you feel you can get done, we're going to prioritize them.
Now that the team have a list of potential actions, Jill explains the red tag process. This will ensure that the team's thoughts are seen through to some resolution.
Where we are, the location, just about to write down what the problem is. Neil's logging where we are and stuff like that, and then I'm going to tag it, and that's it basically.
Jill energizes a team at the start of day 2 with a simple team task. It's interesting to note that the natural human behavior of competition results in an efficient total result.
Of making sure that we schedule differently, schedule to sell.
The team are reminded of their actions and measures. The team, now back on the plant, are preparing for the implementation of changes.
The area now moving any bits of equipment which are in the way. The aisles are all blocked in, but when we want to gain access to material, all the pallets have to be moved out the way prior to gaining access. So we want to clear all this and it saves on double handling the product there. Much of the product already has an allocation of where it should be and just wants putting back away in its correct place.
And what we're doing is checking on the product database file to see how many are made in a set, how many are made in 24 hours, and then we can see how many we need to store and how long it'll take to make the required month, whether we need to store.
Bob and Joanna have summarized the activity on new stock flows, whilst other team members are busy at work.
Yeah, that's the biggest selling it.
The reorganization brings new challenges to the team.
The rest of
Oh yeah,
the
no.
6,
The only thing is they
hours.
won't do tool changes at night. There's no tool changes taking place after 5 o'clock.
Yep, today's gone well. We've worked out all our Kanban stock. We've worked out the stock levels that we're holding at the moment. We've got them down for a monthly average stock to a weekly stock. We've worked out how many pallets we need, how many rows per pallet basis, and then we've printed it on a big sheet of paper, and then we can put it up and discuss it with everybody and let everybody's views.
Reorganizing the area. Let's update them. The guys that are...
Jill ensures that the team are measuring their progress.
Aisle is totally clear now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's cleared down now. We've made some rack spaces for putting all the rest of the insignia products up out the way, and that's been the...
which will give us the 30.
Bob describes the new Kanban system that the team has developed.
And that is just on the high levels. We would be able to do it on everything in cell 5.
The team have decided to implement a new conveyor system.
You have 12 pallets of what's running, and they take the boxes off and fill the pallets up, and then when the pallets are full.
And then hopefully we'll see the starts of what will be a conveyor line, the final production line, if you like, for the products.
He's confident that the system will be a success. Danny Cashin, the production manager, doesn't recognise his plant.
Completely different to what it was this morning. Very interesting, looks good, very impressed.
But Lee feels the pressure.
We should have the conveyors completed, ready for doing the first trial, see how well it goes.
And the other ones. How are you going to...
Jill gets the team to focus on the flow of materials through the new system. The managers, Trevor and Danny, can't keep away any longer. The new flow system is up and running. The team describe how they feel and what they have achieved.
Really reorganizing the area for the flow. Where are we going to put...
From every department, so you're not going into a department where somebody isn't involved with the project. So it makes life much easier.
Okay.
Space, like we're analysing it and doing really need to use that. Working as a team, all departments have really enjoyed that, like with maintenance, especially you, Daz, how we're both looking at the problem and solving it between us rather than this is my point, that's your point.
The team now present their ideas to the senior
The
managers.
objectives that we were set was to improve efficiency, reduce setup time, level production across a range of products, improve the planned schedules, optimise space given the restrictions, and improve the management of the tooling.
The objective of identifying at least 67 areas of waste in cell 5.
This is before.
Bob tells the management team what it means to the bottom line.
By 50%. At the present time now it's 6,640 units.
The presentation, you've seen the 3 days.
Alan Rothwell and Danny Cashin reflect on what they've seen.
In part of that presentation.
I thought it was fantastic. It was I think the people empowerment, especially the enthusiasm they came back with, was great. I thought we had a good team anyway, but they were coming back with they wanted to really achieve the results.
And the team show the physical impact on the plant.